Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Joe, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up the LinkedIn AI org Python script. So this script allows you to automate job applications on LinkedIn. So instead of manually checking job descriptions and then sending your CV and applying to job, you can run this Python script, and then this tool is going to create custom resumes for you, submit these resumes to LinkedIn jobs, and also do a lot of stuff. So it's very quickly I'm going to dive into the setup. It's very easy to use. So the readme file is actually well detailed, and if you follow this readme you should be able to set it up. But of course, depending on your technical level, you may still run into some problems with setting this up. So I'm just going to go over the setup process. So the first thing you need to do is you have to install Python on your computer. I'm not going to go over the Python installation. There are links in the GitHub readme that allows you to learn how to actually install these on your computer. So you can click on any of these depending on the operating system that you use. I use a Linux, which is Ubuntu Linux. So here's a tutorial on how to install Python on Ubuntu. So you can follow this tutorial if you use Ubuntu or any of these for the particular operating system that you use. So the next thing you want to do is you want to clone this repository. So this is a GitHub repository. I'm right there. Okay, so you want to clone this GitHub repository. I can do this and copy the URL here, or I can scroll down to the installation part here, and then you can copy this whole command. So you should create a folder on your computer, and then you can open this folder in your terminal, or open your terminal and navigate to this particular folder. For me, I'm storing this in desktop /tutorial. So there's a tutorial folder on my desktop, and I'm saving this there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do git clone, and I'm going to paste the URL to the GitHub repository. So what it's going to do is going to save all the files that we have right here on GitHub, and then it's going to clone all of this source code to your computer. So once you do that, you need to check into or move into the folder for that particular script. That's the standard way it works in software development. So I'm going to do cd. Before I do this, let me show you in my folder. I should have a new folder there, as you can see. Now I have this folder that contains the application source code. So I'm going to go into this folder from my terminal, and now I'm inside this folder. So for me personally, and I recommend this, I use virtual environment for development. So what I do is for a virtual environment, that's where I install all my libraries. Okay, so virtual environment allows you to separate your projects and avoid conflicts by making sure that you only install the necessary stuff in a particular folder. So I use Vim. So I'm just going to do Python 3. So if you don't know about virtual environment, you can check online how to install Python virtual environment, and then you would see a lot of tutorials that will show you how to do that. So the next thing is to activate this virtual environment. So now it is activated, and as you can see right here, there is a text here that says virtual, which shows that I'm now in the virtual environment. So let me go back to the documentation so that you see that I'm actually following what we have here, and I'm not doing any magic. So the next step is to install the requirement. So there's a requirements.txt file. If I open this, you can see it. It contains all the library and tools that you need to run this application. Everything is packaged in here, but you need to actually install it. So I'm just going to go here. This is a command. I can copy this and put it on my terminal, and then you have this, and then we'll wait for the requirements to install. As you can see, it's downloading all the packages and libraries that we need. Okay. Now all these have been installed, so we have all the packages installed right now. So the next thing you want to do is to open this code in your favorite development tool or code editor. So I use VS Code, so I'm just going to do code dot, and then I'm going to open this in VS Code. So from VS Code, I'll be able to modify and customize some of this application. So there are some parts that you actually need to customize and edit. So if you check the README, the first thing you need to edit is the secrets file. So the secrets file is inside, I think, the data folder. So now there are two folders there. There's data folder and there's data folder example. The example gives you example configuration. It shows you how things are supposed to look like, you get, so you can get a rough idea of the setup. But in the other folder, when you have data folder, that is where you actually input your information. Okay, so here is an example of what you should have. So you're going to put your email here. This is your LinkedIn email, your LinkedIn password, and then your OpenAI API key. So this tool works with AI. The AI helps you to generate PDFs of your resume. Okay, so it's going to automatically use job descriptions to customize your resume and then make sure that they are well tailored for the job. So that is why you need the OpenAI API key. And to get this is pretty easy. You can go to the OpenAI billing dashboard. If you don't have an account, you can sign in with your Gmail. So you just go to platform.openai.com. As you can see, I have an account here, and from here you can see your profile, and then you can add funds to your OpenAI. Make sure you do this. You have to go to billing, add your credit card, add a credit card. You can see you can add a credit card, and then you set up your payment settings. Once this is set up, the next thing you're going to do is to grab your API. Yeah, grab your API. So once you grab your API, I think from dashboard, yeah, from dashboard, you click on dashboard, and then you go to API keys. Click on API keys, and then you can create a new secret key. Give it a name, and then choose a project, use the default project, and then you create the key. Copy the key that was generated, and then come here and paste it into the file right here. Save this, and you are done with this. That's all. The next thing you want to edit is the config file here. So the config file allows you to customize the settings for your LinkedIn job search. So for example, if you are looking for remote jobs, you have to set this to true. Okay, so you have to delete this and change this value. So what I usually do is I just go to this example config. Okay, I copy this example and then I paste it into this one, and then I go through it to customize it to my own needs. So this saves you the time of the time you use to delete and edit and all those things. True or false. So you check remote is true. Yes, I want remote jobs. I want internships. No, I don't want internships. Entry level, associate, director, false. Okay. Job types, I want full time. Do I want to do contract jobs? Yeah, I want to do contract. Temporary is fine. Internship is false. Volunteer, yeah. Okay, it's good. Dates, all time, false. Month, true. So this is going to help you to filter the jobs by date. So this is pretty cool. It allows you to it allows the tool to find recent jobs and not old jobs for you, which is pretty cool. So you can set this to true depending on what you want. 24 hours is true. So it's going to filter by, you can get jobs by month, week, and hours. All right, pretty cool. Then the positions you are looking for: software tester. You could add more positions to this. Maybe web designer. Okay, all these are related jobs. Okay, so that's it. Then the locations, you can add as many as possible locations. Canada, UK, and one thing I've discovered is on LinkedIn you can actually do European Economic Union. I think you can do economic union area also. Yeah, something there about. You can do that on LinkedIn. Yeah, so you can check on LinkedIn for various locations that are available, and then you can just copy them and put it in this file. Okay, the distance, the blacklist. Okay, yeah, so blacklist is also cool. It allows you to blacklist some companies. Maybe your current employer, you don't want to apply to jobs by your current employer, so you can put your current employer there, and then I can say something like current employer. Yeah, so replace this with the name of your current employer. Then also there are some agencies and job boards and the likes that advertise on LinkedIn. If you don't want to apply to them, you can just include them here. Then also title blacklist. You can it allows you to filter jobs based on some title, something you don't want to maybe do. For example, I can say I want to apply to software development jobs and stuff like that, but I don't want to apply to data science jobs. So anything that contains data I can do data alone. So any job title that contains data scientist, data analyst, data engineer is not going to apply to those jobs for me. So I can save this and I'm done with the second configuration file. So the next configuration file we're going to deal with is the resume file itself, which is called plain text resume file. So to make this easy, like I did the other time, I'm going to go to the example folder, go to the plain text resume, and I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to put it in this. This helps me to clearly know what is required and the kind of format to follow. So I'll just select this and then I paste this. So now I have a perfect template that I can customize. So I can change this to my name, Joe Ade, or whatever, and then I put my date of birth, my country, it's Nigeria, and then city, Lagos, okay, address, Ikeja, Lagos, okay. Then I can change this to my country code, my phone number, then you put your email, then your GitHub. If you're a software developer, you definitely need to put your GitHub URL here, then your LinkedIn URL. If you're not a developer, you'll probably need to delete this, right? So now education details. This is a good example. The degree is a bachelor's degree, the university is this, and so if you have more educational details, what I recommend is copy this, okay. Now add a line break, okay, and then paste this. So now we have two education details here. So I can modify this. For example, if this is a diploma, I can change this to diploma, okay, and I can change this to computer engineering, okay, and that's it. Now I've added two educational qualification. So next thing is the experience. Under the experience, please take note of the indentation. As you can see, this degree, the details for this education is indented under education details. They are not on the same line. It's inside and under this guy. So you have to take note of that. Same thing with the experience. Your experience should be under this. It should be inside the experience details. So take note of that. It makes it readable and it helps you to understand what's going on, right? So the position, you put the title, put the company name, where you worked, how long you worked there. So you can just customize these as you please for all the positions you have. If you don't have up to 3 experience, you can delete some of them. I can delete this, and then I have just 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I have 2 work experience. Pretty cool. Now projects are stuff you have built, especially as a software developer. If you're not a software developer, if you're a designer, stuff you've done maybe on Behance, stuff you have on your portfolio, case studies, and all those things that you've done. So you can put them here, the name, the description, and the link to the project. GitHub, website link, an article link, a research paper link, whatever it is, you can include them here. Then under achievements, if you've won any achievements or you got any award at your former workplace or in your community, or maybe you are a community organizer and you were given an award of excellence and stuff like that, you can put them under achievements. If you do not have an award, you could comment this out, okay. Then your certifications, if you have any, you can add it here. Then the languages you speak: English, native, Spanish, professional, you can put them here, right? And then your interests, these are your interests and your hobbies. So you could have swimming, it's my hobby. Then I love traveling also, okay. So aside from software development and coding, I also love to do those, so I add traveling here. So availability immediately, which shows that I'm available immediately to start work with the employer. This is fine. Now your salary for a year, the default here is 100,000. So depending on your profession, you want to find out how much is the average in your industry. So the average is 60 or 70, depending. You put 60,000. With 70, you put 70,000. Okay, just one figure, not a range. Okay. So self-identification, yeah, I'm a male. Veteran, no. Ethnicity, I'm African. Okay. Yeah, so right here. So legal authorization, do you have a work permit for Europe? If the answer is no, Do I require US visa? Yes. Do you need sponsorship? Yes. Do you require EU visa? Yes. When I come to EU, I need a visa. Can I work in EU? No, I'm not a European. I have to work in the US? No. Do I require sponsorship? Yes. You want to come there? Okay. So you have to adjust this depending on your own situation and where you come from. Now, work preferences. Do you want remote work? Yes, I do. In person, yes. So I'll just leave this as yes. So basically, we have customized this with our details. So just make sure that you fill this with all your own information, and then you are good to go. Now we are done with the next step. So all the configurations are done. The next thing to do now is just following the README, so you can see. After that, setting up your job profile. Okay, good. So now the next thing is the usage. So now we have all of this set up. We can start using the bot. But then there's one thing I would like to say before you start using the script. If you look at this, there are some sections here that you may not want to have on your resume. Okay, so for me personally, I don't want achievements to be included in the resume that is generated by the AI, and maybe certifications. So what will happen is that if you comment it out here, it doesn't work that way. There's a script that powers the resume generation, or a library which is different from this. So to do that, what we're going to do is we'll go to the virtual folder, and then we'll go to the lib folder, and then we're going to look for that particular package that is responsible for the resume generation. I think the name should be this. You can see lib resume builder AI org. So I'm going to click on this drop down, and it's going to open all the files in this folder for this library. And then I'm going to go to the GPT resume job description folder. So it's inside this job description folder. That is where you have the code that controls the resume generation. So this is a hack. Okay, this is not like the standard way, but this is a quick hack that can allow you to customize the output of the resume. So from here, I'm going to scroll down to the resume job description class, and under this class you will see various methods there. So what you are looking for is the one that generates the achievements. Okay, so to make it easier, you can just search for achievement, or you can just scroll down, and then when you scroll down, you'll get to this. This is a function that says generate achievement section. So this function generates the achievement section. If I don't want this in my resume, I'll just comment it out. So now what happens is when this library is invoked, it doesn't generate the achievement section for my resume. So now this is gone. If you don't want to have the skills, additional skills section, you can comment this out. Okay, now this is the final function that generates everything and put it together. Okay, so now you can see there's a function here that says generate achievement section. I'm also going to take this out, so I don't need it. So this generates the whole thing. So it's going to add the header, it's going to add the education, the work experience, my side projects, and then it's going to add the additional skills. But right here, I don't want the achievement section. It's not going to generate that for me. And then at this point also, I'm going to comment out achievement. So a quick fix is to just search for achievements, and then you can you'll be able to find all the places where achievement is mentioned. But by searching for achievements, I'm able to find all the places where achievement is mentioned, and then I can make sure that I've commented it out in all of these places. So for resume, okay, I'm going to comment this out. So now every occurrence of achievement has been removed from this library's code. So that way I'm only going to get just the sections that I want in my resume. Okay, so this is done. I can close this, and close my virtual folder, and that is sorted. So the next thing is to run this. So there are two ways to run this. The first way is to run it without passing in your own resume. Okay, that is, you want the AI to generate resumes for you. That is the first way. The second way is to run it with your own ready-made resume. So if you have a PDF of your resume that you've designed, and that is exactly what you want to use for all job applications, this tool also allows you to do that. So if you want the AI to generate resumes for you, all you have to do is to run this Python main.py on your terminal. So I'm just going to open my terminal right here. I'm going to put python main.py, and then I'm going to run this. So when you run this, this is supposed to start the process of applying to jobs for you. So as you can see, there's an error here. Why passing missing expected key achievement. Oh, okay. So while running this, there was an error in the code because we commented out the achievement. So I'm just going to go to this place. So what I'm going to do is I will uncomment this. It doesn't matter because I already disabled it in the library. So there's no need to touch it right here because some part of the code requires it. So just leave it here and then disable it in the library. So I'm just going to run this again. Then as you can see, which style would you like to adopt for the resume? Okay, so there are different styles. Wait, oh, this is just a folder. So it's a create a resume style in CSS default. I'm just going to go with the default, press enter. I think now it's supposed to start applying, but then it wouldn't work because I didn't provide correct information for the bot, especially my username and password. So if it tries to log in using this username and password, it's not going to work. It's just going to open LinkedIn and then it won't be able to log into a LinkedIn account. So basically there'll be a problem. As you can see, it opens a new browser and then it tries to log in, but then invalid login. It's not going to work. Okay, so I have to stop this script from running, and that's just it. So basically that's how easy it is to set this up. It's very simple. Clone the repository, like I said. Once you clone the repository, open it in a code editor like VS Code, edit your secrets, edit the config file, edit the resume file also. Once you have all of this edited, depending on what you want to do, if you want to customize it, you can go into the library folder right here in your virtual folder, and then you can look for the resume library, and then you can customize it, okay, right here, and then you can remove any sections you do not want from this GPT resume file. So once you are done with that, the next thing is to just do python main.py, and then the tool will start applying to jobs for you. If you want to pass in your own PDF file, okay, you want to put your own PDF file, what you do is you open the folder, copy your PDF file and paste it right here. Okay, let me see if I can get a sample PDF file, just any PDF file anyway. Okay, let me see, I think this is a PDF file. All right, so I'm just going to get this PDF file and put it inside here, LinkedIn, and I paste it. So this is my PDF file right here. So from my VS Code, I'm able to see the PDF file. So what I want to do is I just want to copy the relative path to this. So when you copy the relative path to the file, so that's where the file is located. Okay, I can paste it into my terminal, and then you can see the file is in my root directory. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do python main.py, add the resume flag, hyphen, resume, double hyphen, and then I put the name of my resume in front, just like you have it here, python main.py, then you add the resume flag, hyphen resume, and then the path to your resume file. So if the resume file is in the root directory, in the root folder of this script where you cloned it, it's going to look like something like this. So if I run this, it's going to apply to jobs using my PDF resume that I've created. Pretty easy. And then if I do this, it's going to open the browser. I use the default. I just hit enter, and then it's going to open the browser, go to LinkedIn, try to log in with my username and password, and try to apply to jobs for me. It's as simple as that. So I'm just going to end the process now, and that's it. The browser is gone. So basically that's how easy it is to use this tool to apply to jobs on LinkedIn. So the LinkedIn AI Org job search assistant is pretty easy to use and it's easy to set up. By following this video tutorial, you should get it working as easy as possible. Okay, so if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be looking at the comment section, and if there are any questions or difficulties, let me know. Maybe I will make another video to show you how to fix any of these problems. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, and I wish you the best with your job hunting endeavor. Cheers.